Lee started to pull away, and with about
Yep.
we obviously got that caution with 2 to go. When he was pulling away, it was about 0.6 of a second for you. Was there ever a
Yep.
point in your mind where you were thinking, second's a great result?
Oh, 100%. Before that caution ever fell, I was very content with running second to Lee. He was a hair bit better at the end of the race than me. It was whoever was going to get out front, and whoever's out front at Martinsville usually walks away with it, just like it did the first year I won the clock. When I got out front, I was a half straight away ahead, and that's hard to believe at Martinsville too, with that many great cars. And this past year or this past weekend. Lee was able to walk away from me a little bit, and I was giving it all I had, and he was still pulling me just a little bit every lap. And then the caution came out, and we're kind of re-racking them up again, and then it was time to go to war. So he won a couple of them battles on the restart. I won a couple of the battles on the restarts, and it was time to wrap up the war at the end. And thankfully, we were able to come out on top.
Well, and y'all were going back and forth for it, and it was obviously I've seen you race all year long. I know how you're going to race, and I imagine Pulliam knew how you were going to race as well. Like you said in the weather interview, you said we're going to make some contact, but we're not going to tear up our stuff. And I know you've been a proponent of that all year long, pretty much all of
Yeah,
your career long, running with a family team. When you're able to make that pass down the front straightaway, taking the white flag, able to clear him off of 2. You just mentioned you were trying to let Fryer in by letting him fill that hole. But when you see that Pulliam has a little bit of a shot down out of 2 and into 3,
yep,
I saw that you kind of overcooked 3 a little bit to try to get away from
yeah.
him. Was that your goal, to just kind of shoot up the track and make sure he didn't slam you out of the way?
Honestly, yeah. Yes and no. I didn't want to overshoot it by as much as I did, but I think me overshooting it as much as I did helped me more than it did hurt me.